this coming up is like the Vegas Strip of assisted living places. One of my coworkers lives up here. What is Wendover or Sharon Amity?
Huh?
What is this, Wendover or Sharon Amity?
This is Sharon Amity, son. That's Jagged and Box there. Could have had that. She could have had.
She didn't want anything. Women do that, Daddy. Women, when you have something to eat, because some of my coworkers will do it. When you talk about something to eat, oh, you didn't bring none for me, but they're just joking. Women will do that. There he is on your right is like almost where you had your knee done, right?
Just past it.
Yep.
It would have been on the left.
Yeah, that's right. You know what's on the right? Where my buddy lives, Overture. Huh?
It's a Tweckle's house in there.
Overture?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read it. And if I knew it, I forgot.
Oh. I think I remember stopping there to change my implant batteries.
Yeah.
Before I developed the gumption to move it in to change it in a moving car or while waiting for STS, we stopped there so I could change it. Yeah, we passed it because I remember these manholes and stuff on STS.
You know what really gets me?
What?
And really, there's nothing in the Bible that says there's anything wrong with that. But always, the greatest thing in life is the free. And me getting me some sanctors, it's the greatest thing. And now there's something wrong with it. So I guess.
Well, just like me going to a certain place when Mommy's out of town, you getting sancties is now a thing we do when Mommy's out of town. You see where I'm going?
Become vice president, it was to protect the most vulnerable. It was to make sure that we balance the budget, to make sure that we keep peace in the world, make sure we tackle climate change, make sure that women make their own reproductive rights. All of those things are at stress right now. So I think for me is to do the best I can to push back against that, to do the right thing. Look, if there's a place to find common ground with Donald Trump, I would find it. But I think we're being very naive here. He's not interested in finding common ground. He is not interested in that. He sees us as an impediment and an obstacle. And I think he'll continue to move to remove those obstacles the best he can.
Who do you see in the Democratic Party as a possibility for 28? Because as we know, these dates come at us faster than we sometimes anticipate.
It's deep. And look, I'm going to say it. I'm biased towards the governors, and there's a bunch of them out there doing the work. But look, there's people that I'm a big fan of Pete Buttigieg. I think he talks about it. I don't know what Vice President Harris is going to do, but I think she's got a lot to offer.
Not a damn thing.
To see more of that, but I think the bench is
Have you talked to her much since the election?
a couple times.
Just a couple of times?
Yeah.
How come?
I think, I'm doing my job and she's doing her job. We, she's out in California, I believe, living, and I'm here in beautiful Minnesota, where the weather's always great.
You can text.
Who's
you
that,
can
Tim
phone.
Walls?
Really, after that kind of experience, you just talk a couple of times?
Well, maybe it's, maybe she doesn't want to talk to me after we get this thing done. I think it's just, there'll be a time and a place, but we left good. And my family misses her, I will say that. My daughter especially.
Do you
my
miss
daughter
her?
found me. I do.
What was
I do.
that relationship like as it reached its end?
Look, it was professional. It was clear that she was the top of the ticket. My job was there to support her. She inspired me. I think there were a lot of things that America never knew about her. When I found out she was a band kid, I'm like, why aren't we running ads on that? This is like, she played in the high school band. My God, that's a common experience for everybody. And I have to say this, watching her around her family, with Doug, with the girls, with her son, that inspired me the most because I loved that they had that. Our families, when we got time to spend together, was really, really fun, and it just felt like the right thing. So,
did the results of this last election tell you that a woman, and particularly a woman of color, cannot be president of this country?
Well, I think it's tough, and I'm ashamed by that. I'm disappointed in our country. We had a supremely qualified leader, a woman of color, who we would not be in all this. You wouldn't be having this angst, I'll guarantee you that. And yet we didn't choose that. So it bothers me. Yes, it bothers me. Do I think that that's going to make it harder? It probably will, but it'll also, I think, forge the steel of that next woman and that next woman of color who's going to rise up, and they will. So yeah, it's tough.
They're going to try a woman again in 2032.
My mom is late 80s, and she's madder than hell. Not that I won, but she said she doesn't know if she's going to live long enough to see a woman president. And that bothers her.
Have you had it with national politics for yourself?
Look, I never had an ambition to be president or vice president. I was honored to be asked. I told the vice president I would go wherever she asked me. If she didn't pick me and she sent me to Omaha to win one electoral vote, that's what I would do. I've always done this. If I feel like I can serve, I will. And if nationally that's what it looks like, maybe people are like, dude, we tried you and look how that worked out. I'm good with that. I just want the best person who's there.
But
I will support.
I guess what I'm asking you is, would you run for president?
Well, I had a friend tell me never turn down a job you haven't been offered. If I think I could offer something, or if there's a piece there that would do it, I would certainly consider that. Yeah. I'm also, though, not arrogant enough to believe there's a lot of people that can do this. And by the time we get to 2028, what that skill set to do it looks like, we need to coalesce behind that person, whoever it is. And so I'll, if it would be that I have the skill set, I'll do it.
You might do it.
Yes, but if it means that we don't have to put up with what we're doing, I'll do whatever it takes.
Be careful of potholes.
I certainly wouldn't be arrogant enough to think that it needs to be me. I would just say that.
When you read presidential history, you read American history, there are people that feel they are destined to do this.
Yeah, I never felt that. I never feel that. I didn't feel destined to be a member of Congress or to be governor. And I always said this, I didn't prepare my life to be in these jobs, but my life prepared me well. And if this experience I had and what we're going through right now prepares me for that, then I would. But I worry about people who have ambition for elected office. I don't think you should have ambition. I think you should have a desire to do it if you're asked to serve. And that's kind of where I'm at. And if folks aren't asking, I'm with them then. I'm going with the person they're asking for.
Governor, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure to be with you.
I really appreciate it. Be well.
Thank you.
Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota, and this is the New Yorker Radio Hour. Still ahead, critic Emily Nussbaum talks with Alan Cumming about the hit reality series, The Traitors. Stick around.
The New Yorker Radio Hour is supported by Progressive Insurance, where customers can compare prices on car insurance against different companies side by side to find a rate that works for them. Options to fit most any budget. More at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Do you want me to pick you up
Good evening, happy Sunday, and welcome.
I wouldn't mind that at all, actually.
Which will be back in just a moment. You're on 7 WFA.
Probably some Jack in the Box.
Huh?
I said probably some Jack in the Box.
Stories about absurd lies that serve no clear purpose,
Have what?
but end up having
milk
big
and cookies.
consequences.
I looked for some cookies last night and I only found a half a
This is
sleeve and
our
I ate
hero
it.
with
Good,
NPR.
there's
People
a whole
collect all
box
sorts
in
of
there.
things.
Oh,
Stamps,
yes?
antique
There's a box
lamps,
and a half
sports
in there.
memorabilia. If you happen to collect
Should I have
cars
milk and
and
beer?
you're looking to make room for some new
Milk and
additions,
beer?
look no further than this.
Yeah, I
station.
had beer
Your pick is
already.
free and can help it make your
What
favorite
do you
NPR
want? Just tell
programs
me what you
possible.
want. I don't
Learn
want
more
this.
about it on this station's
don't want what?
website, and thank you in advance
I
for
don't
thinking
want
about
to guess.
helping
Tell me
public
what you
radio.
want.
It's easy. Pickup is free, and your car could be worth hundreds. Visit WFAE.org/cars
Jack in the Box.
today.
And what?
I'm Steve Harrison,
Chicken
WFAE's
strips and curly
politics
fries.
reporter. From the government center in Uptown to the State House in Raleigh,
And the egg roll.
decisions politicians make affect you every day. And in an increasingly polarized political landscape, it's harder than ever to cut through the noise and get to the facts. That's why I publish the Inside Politics newsletter every Friday, to bring you the inside story. Sign up for free at WFAE.org/newsletters.
This is the New Yorker Radio Hour. I'm David Remnick. Plenty of actors light up a room, but Alan Cumming is more of a disco ball, reflecting every possible angle of show business. That's how the critic Emily Nussbaum introduced Alan Cumming when they sat down at the recent New Yorker Festival. And he does seem to do it all. He acts in mainstream dramas like The Good Wife, as well as more indie projects like his one-man version of Macbeth. Cumming is a Broadway legend. He also owns a
We
nightclub.
read that play
He
once in
recorded a
school.
duet about Scottish independence with a Gaelic rapper. His memoir, Not My Father's Son, was a bestseller, and he stars in the Emmy-winning reality show, The Traitors, on Peacock. Here's Alan Cumming at the New Yorker Festival.
Get any more weird people?
Said not my father's son. That's some bullshit.
That's what dude would say about me.
Yeah, but not me.
No?
I don't know whose son. I think I inherited a good amount of you and mommy. You know? I wonder about that sometimes.
I think you and I have a...
Very unique relationship.
Yep. Did you say that?
Yeah. But in some ways, I am more like mommy than you.
Yeah.
I like traveling. You don't.
I like traveling, but, you know.
Not like mom. Not like
not
me
like
and
your
mommy.
mother, no. Nope, that's true.
You like it in a different way than me and mommy.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a reason, a concrete reason to travel other than to travel, you will do it. But me and mommy will travel just to travel. I love that bar.
Yeah.
Now, the one coming up on the right is kind of overwhelming for me. You know why?
No.
Huh?
No, I don't.
Because after about an hour and a half, when they have their music, which is just people singing popular songs in a whole different key and like not as good as the original, it's just a giant echo chamber, and I can't really enjoy it because the acoustics are just echoey and it's just annoying. And if it's too cold, I can't go outside. Which, honestly, I don't want to say anything because I didn't even want to admit it to myself as why I didn't go a couple weeks ago. But the reason the weather prevented me from going to Open Tap when Christopher was singing is because I knew I would need to get out of it at a certain point, and that the weather would be too cold for me to go outside and rest a little bit. I would never have admitted it if it weren't for some PBRs. Here it comes. Right, Daddy?
Right, Joey?
I thought about going there yesterday.
You did.
Yeah, I thought about going and say, I was walking on the Greenway and said, man, it would be a great day for beer and road noise at the Open Tap. But I walked in and you and Mommy were both in bed and I said, nah. They're both in bed, which never happens. I'm not gonna mess their day up.
Good. I'm glad you had a thing of consideration.
I have a lot of consideration, Daddy.
Do you?
I would have done a lot of shit if it weren't for trying to spare you and Mommy.
When?
Oh,
All the time?
plenty of times.
Oh.
You know? I've had plenty of people I know at from different places offer to come and meet up with me, and I'm like, well, I don't know about that because I would rather my parents meet you first. You know?
Give me an example.
Well,
Give me a person.
okay. Bobby from Jack Beagles has a truck with a Flowmaster exhaust that sounds like a freaking race car because I've heard those before. I wanted to ride in it, but I didn't ride in it because I knew it would have freaked you and Mommy way out.
Thank you, Joey. That is very considerate.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted to ride in one of those.
360 and I saw that shit going on. I'm going, oh fuck.
I know.
Call the cops.
I know. That's why I
Call
didn't.
the National Guard.
That's why I didn't do it.
Call the fire department.
If I wasn't
Put your
considerate,
bag in your pocket and take off over there.
if I wasn't considerate, I would have done it.
What do you want?
Chicken strips, curly fries, and an egg roll. No
A
drink.
Chicken nugget. Oh, chicken strips.
Mm-hmm.
A combo
Yeah,
and chicken strips and what?
curly fries and an egg roll.
Okay. Anything to drink? Or you gonna drink it at home?
Drink at home. I'm gonna drink some water. But as much as I always wanted to ride in one of those, I didn't do it.
3 pieces and 5 pieces. What do you want?
3.
Chicken strip, 3 pieces. Yeah, curly fries and an egg roll. Yes, sir. No, sir. Give me that card you got.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't do it because I knew it would freak you out. No matter how much, I always wanted to ride in one of those.
Yeah.
My friend has a supercharged car that I really want to ride in, and I'm trying to get you to meet him before I ride in it. You know?
Yeah. Well, glad to know that, Joey, because I really do appreciate that.
You what?
I appreciate it.
What did you say before that?
I said, I'm glad to know that because I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I have had opportunities to do things that I would have loved to do, but I didn't do because I knew it would have freaked you out.
Why don't you tell your mother that? Okay?
Okay. One day, not right now, because...
No.
But remember those girls I told you about on the train that I recommended to go
Yeah.
to? If it wasn't for you, I would have gone with them.
From the train?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Oops, thank you. Go ahead and keep this until I get yours working again.
Okay. But remember those girls I was telling you about that were visiting from out of town and they were looking for... I would have gone with
Did they invite
them.
you to go?
No, they didn't invite me to go. But
Okay.
I would have said, well, I'll go with you. I would have gotten off the train, gone and somewhere on 5th and trying with them. But I didn't, you know why?
Because you know it'll freak us out.
When I met my friends from Jack Beagles that I'm glad I end up meeting and hanging out with because they really made the whole thing go a lot smoother for me.
Yeah.
I texted you about going to Wooden Robot. Well, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. I texted you that because...
You have to go to Wooden Robot anyway. To get
Yeah, but I texted you that I was going to stay there because we had missed the train so as not to freak you out.
Oh, okay.
I could have very well just not texted you and you had asked me, what took you so long? It was a long wait for the train. I could have done that.
Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, next time that guy talks about his Flowmaster from Jack Beagles, I really would like to go, like, at least see how it sounds. But see, sometimes he parks like 3 blocks away. So if you see that, that's what that is. Okay?
But if the guy's another Tyler?
He's not, because I know him already. He's not gay because he has a wife and everything. I felt a vibe from Tyler as soon as he wouldn't let me talk to the girls. You know? I had girls interested in me, wanting to dance with me, and Tyler was on my shoulder, and then I knew this guy is on the prowl. He doesn't think of me as a cool bro. He thinks of me as somebody he can do something with.
I have no idea how close he came to get his ass kicked.
You have no idea how much I know his ass deserved it. And that right there is why I will never go to a club by myself.
Thank you very much.
You know that?
Yes, son.
I'm so glad you were there.
That's why I like to go. I don't get in your way.
No, I know you don't. That's why I let you
Get
go.
the hell out of the way.
That's why I let you
The
go.
reason I stopped you today, because that girl's body language was like, don't fucking touch me. You had no compassion whatsoever. That, you know, that you were blind. That's the only way you can make contact with her.
I figured that the last time, like the final time I had touched her, I figured that.
Our favorite moments into 3 playlists for you. And you can hear all of it at harkaudio.com/New Yorker. That's harkaudio.com/New Yorker. Hope you enjoy.
The New Yorker Radio Hour is a co-production of WNYC Studios and The New Yorker. Our theme music was composed and performed by Merrill Garbus and Two Guns, with additional music by
Man, fuck the New Yorker.
This episode was
You know the New Yorker did?
Adam Howard,
What?
David
Cropped out all the black people that attended the inauguration ball.
Yeah, they're very left leaning. You see, they had Waltz on there.
They had what? Yeah, they had the Midwest Creeper on there. That's what they used to call. That's what some conservative people used to call him, the Midwest Creeper. Hey, Daddy.
Yep.
Good evening and welcome.
You know what I always wondered?
You just finished listening to the New Yorker Radio Hour right here on 90.7.
When you would try really hard to prevent me from touching a girl, like, is it because you could see something in her that she would do
Yeah,
something?
I can see something in her face and her expression that's saying, don't fucking touch me.
Tonight at Charlotte, clear
Because you let me touch that girl at Murphy's that was like,
sunny with a high near 56, and Monday night, a low around 35.
well, most of the girls at Murphy's.
That woman was in her 40s, Joey.
I don't know how old she was, but you
I
know.
know that.
1.7 WFAB Charlotte, 90.3 WFHE Hickory, and WFAB.org. Charlotte's NPR News Source. It's 9 o'clock, and thank you for listening.
But I always wondered, like, why is he doing that? Could he see something in that girl? Like,
And how much they lie. She's not alone.
Yeah, in our support groups, that issue comes up a lot. For some people, it's very puzzling and they just don't understand the concept.
yes, it is very
especially
puzzling, and I
because
don't
so
understand the
often
concept of why.
Lies are just
Yeah.
completely transparent.
She gave me this example. When she worked in HR, they caught this guy who was having an inappropriate relationship with his administrative assistant.
There's a reason why at Prohibition, when a girl tells a blind man, "Oh, I don't like touching my hair," and it's all the way down to
Got fired.
her fucking back.
It's just baffling to
There's
me.
a reason why I walk to the other freaking railing, right?
I don't understand the continuing in the lie.
You know that,
I
right?
don't understand why they haven't learned at an earlier point that it's not productive, that this is not an effective tool for you.
Looking around on Reddit, we found a lot of autistic people writing about this exact thing. Here's somebody who posted saying, I recently realized that a lot of things I'd always categorized as lies are not seen that way by NT people, neurotypical people. Like, they say it, knowing it isn't literally.
Normies! Is that what they're talking about?
I have no idea, dude.
They're talking about autistic people. I don't think the guy was black, because that's the only way artistic and autistic get confused, is in Negro. There was some freelance comedian that used to make jokes about that.
What, Negro?
About that he was this black guy from New York, and he would make the joke between the word autistic and artistic, because in New York Negro they're pronounced pretty much the same. There's different subdialects of Negro, you know. This coming from someone who's a fluent speaker of Negro.
Hang a right, Joe.
Left.
Hang a right, Joe. Hang another right. Yeah. I got it. Have to be fair.
Okay.
Put it on a plate.
You don't have to put it on a plate.
Okay.
I eat out of a Ziploc bag at work.
Let me change that. I want to put it on a plate. Is that better?
Yes. Hey, Mommy.